Hey, good morning, Bell Nation. It is Thursday, August the 1st, and I have finally gotten my butt back here in the gym at LPL. It's been probably a couple of weeks since I've done anything in here. I've been doing either nothing or walking, like at Cherry Park or Winthrop Lake or something like that, but needed to get back in here and get recommitted to doing what I need to do to stay on track and stay on focus. I am 1 week away. Today's the 1st, so the 8th of August will be 11 months into this journey. And so I'm taking a couple of cues from my good buddy Vance Hines. He has just refocused himself after hitting a plateau in the 260s, roughly mid 260s. I've been kind of doing the same thing with my plateau in the low to mid 190s. This morning I weighed in at 191, so that's going to be my starting point going forward. 191. We're going to see what I can do between now and September 8th, which will be the 1-year anniversary of the start of the transformation. And then between now and December 31st, which will be 1 year and 4 months or so of the journey, but will give me a full solid year, 2019, of being on this path. So I'm excited about getting back in here. I got up early this morning, finally, and need to get back on that routine. So here are the things that I'm going to commit to for the month of August. I'm going to commit to being in here 3 to 5 times a week again. I was doing that regularly before, and I've kind of faded some. So at least 3 times a week in here, in addition to what I do outside of here at home, in the neighborhood, or at Cherry Park, Winthrop, whatever. So 3 to 5 times here. I'm going to stay on a committed no sugar, no refined sugar, no added sugar to the diet. Get back to doing a lot of the water. I've really kind of slipped on that as well. So get back to drinking water every day, lots of it. Lori, I think, said she's going to start doing her squat challenge again. So I guess I'll do that again. So today is the beginning of squat challenge, and get back to intermittent fasting as well. So that'll be this evening, nothing after 7 o'clock this evening, and then again until tomorrow at 11. So that's kind of, I think, what I'm going to do is, all of those are things I've already done before in the past. I'm just revisiting them. I don't really have a new challenge for August that I haven't done before. I could probably think of one, and maybe I will, but I really need to focus on the ones I've been doing before that got me to the point where I'm at now, and stop slipping and letting them slide, right? I mean, that's the story of how you fall back into regression, or if you're a drinker and you have your relapse or whatever it is, you start letting things that you've been doing that were successful, you start letting those slide. And I'm just as guilty as the next person of doing that, but I'm catching it now when I'm still in a good place, right? 191 is not my weight. My weight is 175. So I'm 16 pounds from where I want to be, but that's still better than being 86 pounds from where I want to be. So if you're thinking about making a change, if you're thinking about doing something for your health and getting dedicated to it, today's the day to do that, because this time next year, you look back on this and be thanking yourself. And if you're already in the journey and you're considering quitting, don't do that. Because right now, if you quit and you're going to be where you want to be, right now you're where you want to be a few months from now. If you quit, you're starting over, and you got to work back up to the point to get to today. So anytime you stop and start over again, you're just kind of wasting the time you put in there before. So stay focused, don't quit. I always thought it's kind of funny. This is for don't quit, so don't quit drinking or don't go back to drinking, I guess would be what I'd say it. But the side looks like the mountains on the side of a Coors Light can. And that was my beer of choice, by the way. It was Coors Light. So I find it to be very humorous that, my band every day reminds me of Coors Light for some reason. But it is what it is, so don't quit. I really like the analogy that I presented a couple days ago between your brain being your ally or your adversary. Trying to share that with as many people as I can, because that really is the key. Lori and I yesterday were discussing this. She's going through her own transformational journey. Since she's gotten out of school, she just finished her bachelor's degree in nursing, so she's got some free time again. So she's getting back focused to her journey, and it's really easy to go and slip. So yesterday she had lunch with her father and our children and at O'Charlie's, and they had free pie Wednesday. And I am now a sucker for sugar, right? But I didn't go. I wasn't there. So, but she went, and they had caramel pie, which is like heaven for us fat kids. And so Lori, she had a wedge salad, which I don't understand, just eating a piece of wedge. It's just stupid. But she had a wedge salad, and then no free pie. Yesterday she made her brain her ally, not her adversary. Every day you have that choice. Is your brain going to be your ally or going to be your adversary? Typically, we allow it to be our adversary way, way too much. So focus on that. If you have questions about should you or should you not do this, or should you not eat this, or whatever, just think, am I going to be happy with myself after I've done it? One of the things that Lori and I discussed yesterday is really funny, that we'd go out to dinner in the old days, 11 months ago. We'd go out to dinner and we would just walk out of Outback or Texas Roadhouse or Lito's Pizza or Empire Pizza, anything like that, after stuffing ourselves with appetizers and the bread they bring to the table, and then whatever the main meal is, and then sometimes dinner, and always usually having drinks when I was still drinking. You walk out of there and you're just bloated and you feel like dookie. I mean, absolute dog crap. And that's how you felt. And you felt that way for a good several hours, and sometimes into the next day, especially if you drank too much. There's a difference between eating a pound of bad food for you and eating a pound of salad, right? It's still a pound. You're still eating the exact same amount. If someone asks you which is heavier, a pound of gravel or a pound of feathers, it's still a freaking pound. So it doesn't matter what the material is, the weight is the same. The difference is when you walk out of a restaurant having eaten a pound of salad with grilled chicken versus 4 or 5 slices of pizza and cheese sticks and beer, even though you've eaten the exact same weight, your mind is telling you, I'm not bloated. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I've just put on 14 extra pounds by eating that 1 pound of pizza. Your mind is what's telling you, I'm bloated, I feel awful, versus I feel light. I'm walking out of here feeling like I'm satisfied, but I'm not stuffed. You ate the same weight. So your mind can play tricks on you. Your mind is either your adversary or it's your ally, and the choice is yours. Think about it. Half the time our fears are created in our mind and they never come true. Actually, 90%, 95%, 98% of the fears that you fear never actually happen. When I'm back there cutting the water off from the pool, and they have to go behind these bushes, and there's like snakes in our yard and stuff. Those fears, I've never been bitten by a snake in my yard, but my mind is telling me there's a snake back there. Be careful. So your mind can play tricks on you. My best example of that is when I watch The Matrix. Every time Keanu Reeves, he's in that tall building, and the agents are coming after him, and he crawls down through the hallway and out that little office. He opens up the window, which we know that's not real. You can't open a window in a freaking sky rise. I mean, that's just stupid. But anyway, he opens the window, and he crawls out onto the ledge, and he's hanging onto that side of that ledge, and his hand's against the side of the wall there, and the phone drops and goes flying down, and his hand squeaks because of the sweat on his hand. It squeaks at some point, and I look down at my hand, and my hands are sweating. I'm not on that ledge. I'm in a recliner, for God's sakes, in my pajamas, drinking a cup of coffee or some crap. But my hands are sweating because my mind is reliving or actually living what he's doing. And we're not there. Hell, he's on the green screen for that matter. He's not even there. So don't let your mind be your adversary. Control it. Make sure it is working for you, not against you. Be the master of your domain. That's all I got. So good to be back in the gym. Y'all have a good Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Always believe that you can achieve. And when you achieve, you will inspire. When you inspire, you can lead others on their transformation. It's the Bell philosophy. It's the ripple effect. Drop the pebble in the water. The ripple starts here and it spreads out. And as it's spreading, the influence that you had on that first person is having an influence on the next person and on the next person and on the next person. It's the pay it forward mentality. So keep it going. Believe, achieve, inspire, lead. Bell.